Hello again, class. We're going to use the same file that we used last time to draw a detail of the top corner of this wall. Okay, so you probably recognize this. Now I'm just going to kind of go to the side just a little bit, and we're going to draw the top of the wall. All right, so I'm going to get a line, okay, and I'm looking. I know how this wall joins together. I'm looking at it, and of course, with my experience, I know exactly how it's going to fit together at the top. But just pay attention very closely. This wall joins in perpendicularly with that wall, so I have to draw the top the same way. All right, so let's draw a 2-foot line, okay, and this is going to be the leading edge of the top plate, or the edge that is closest to me. And we're going to draw that 2 feet long. Okay. All right, so this is a 2x4, and it's actually going to be two 2x4s kind of stacked together. So I want to represent that. And I'm going to have a 1.5 inch offset twice. So I'm going to offset that one like so, offset that one like so. Then I'm going to move them to line them up. So I'm going to click on this one. Click move. I want it to align with this one vertically. Get that point turned on. It doesn't seem to want to turn on for me. There we go. I think that turned it on. There we go. So put it right there. Okay, and this one we're going to do the same thing. Click move. Click on the tip. Activate. Whoops. Let me hit back, okay. Activate it by clicking on it, click move, click on the tip of it, and then move it around and move it straight in line with that one. Now I've got two lines I'm lining it up with. Okay, so that is two 2x4s. Okay, we're just going to draw the bottom plate like so, because that one's the only one that's going to be that size. This one is actually going to be 3.5 inches longer. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, grab that edge, pull it out, and then I'm going to type 3.5 inches to extend it an additional 3.5 inches. Get a line tool again. This is going to come down 1.5 inches, and then it's going to join, it's supposed to join back up with these. Okay, maybe I didn't type something incorrectly. Let's see. We should be able to extend this line, okay, right here, and then take this one and just extend it a little further. Okay, I may not have drawn it long enough. I may have typed in the wrong number. Okay, so that's the front edge of all those boards. Now I need to create the back edge, and I'm going to do a 3.5 inch offset. So 3.5 inch offset of this line. Okay. And just so you can see the alignment, I'm going to draw the top edge of this top plate at 30 degrees this way. Okay. So you see how that kind of works out. Trim, take that off. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and fix up the back of it as well. I'm going to come across this way. I'm going to stop here, and then come straight down through both of those boards and trim here, here, and here. Okay, now I'm going to work on this back vertical edge, line it up with that point. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's put some X's in that. Make sure those X's go all the way to those corners and snap right into those corners. Okay, and that represents the cut ends of that wood. Okay, so now I'm going to have another wall, another set of top plates that are going to come off of this one. One top plate is going to kind of go under. The other top plate is going to match up flush with this one. So let's work on that one first. Okay, I'm going to do the top edge of this top plate. Okay, remember keeping it at 30 degrees. Just draw it on out 2 feet. Be fine. Okay, and then I'm going to offset this and let's do the bottom edge first. or actually we have 3.5 inches already in our dynamic inputs. Let's go ahead and do that side. So click enter and then move it back like so. Okay, and something doesn't seem to be lining up, and it's probably the way that I made that. So let's delete those. Par for the course. And let's do that differently. Let's establish this one, the top edge, by starting here, turning on that reference point, and then dragging down this way. And it's giving me a little trouble there. So I'm going to click on the line again, activate that, come down this way, and come down 3.5 inches. Okay. Then draw it 2 feet. Okay, now the other board, or the other side, is going to match up right there. Okay, we want to come even with that line at 30 degrees. Okay, go ahead and make that turn there. Okay, then this edge is going to come straight down, hit right here, and then it's going to go straight out, and it's going to align with this one also at 30 degrees. Okay, so there's our board. Let's go ahead and close in the end of it so we can see our board. So I'm just drawing a vertical line there for the edge. Now I'm drawing the bottom edge. I want it to line up vertically with that line. Click here. Okay, then we got to draw an edge right here. Okay, so we got that edge, and you can go ahead and put an X in it just to kind of help you see it a little better. All right, now there should be some invisible lines here, some lines that we cannot see. We don't do these as invisible lines. We just actually go ahead and get rid of them. So I shouldn't be able to see that line, or that line. Okay, so it might start be coming together for you, and I just clicked on a line that I shouldn't have clicked on. So I got to redo that. So now we're going to draw its bottom plate. And its bottom plate is actually going to extend under the wall, but you won't really be able to see it. But you will see by looking at the top that this top plate actually goes over this wall right here. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to start this one down this way. And we're just going to line vertically with that one. Vertically, there we go. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and finish up the end of it. Okay, so that's the other bottom plate. Okay, now of course you can't see it from this picture, but you can tell by looking at it again that this top plate here laps over this wall right here. And of course when we put the studs in here, it'll probably be a little bit more easier to understand what you're looking at. Okay, so we are going to put the studs underneath. So I'm going to click this line, and we're going to draw another line right down here. This is going to be the stud for this wall over here. So we're going to pull that down. Let's go ahead and go about 2 feet. Okay, now it's going to be offset 1.5 inches. Okay, 1.5 inches. I'm going to offset it to the left. 1.5. I'm going to activate it. Okay, and I'm going to hit the move tool and grab the tip and bring it down to be perpendicular with that bottom edge right there. Okay, so that's the side of the board. All right, now I'm going to offset this one 3.5 inches. So 3.5 inches to the left, and that's going to be the 3.5 dimension portion of that board. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and grab that one, pull it straight down till it comes up with that line. Then we're going to finish out the bottom of that board by drawing one line this way, and then one line this way, and then trimming right here. Okay, so now you can see that that is a board attached to this wall. Okay, all right, now over here, remember how we have this board right there and it kind of sticks out just a little bit? Okay, that's what we got to produce over here on this side. You won't be able to see this stud at all from this view, okay, but you can see that little offset right there. Okay, so what is the difference between those two lines is what we want to find out. Okay, when you measure we got to measure angularly. Okay, we got to do it at 30 degrees. Okay, so that's 1 3/16. That's that overlap. Okay, 1 3/16. All right, so we'll take this one and offset it. 1 and, oops. Forgot how to type it in there for a minute. So 1-3/16 inch. And we'll offset it over here. Grab it. Move it. Okay. And then this edge here, we'll finish it out like that. And we're going to draw 1.5 inches this way, 1.5 inches, because that 2x4 is facing it pretty much the same way that that stud is facing us. Take that right up to there. Now you can start to see, you can kind of see how this board is the same as this board right here. Okay. Sometimes if you draw them at different staggering lengths, it makes it easier to view, kind of like I did here, but I did not do over here. So you can fix that easily just by taking this, extending it, let's say 2 inches. Okay, taking every line, extending every line 2 inches. Okay, take this one, keep it everything in line. Okay, take this line, click on the center and move it 2 inches. Make sure you keep it lined up. And I did not keep that one lined up. I don't know why there was, oh yeah, there was 2 lines there. Maybe if I get closer, I could probably do it a little better. Okay, so it gives you that green guideline. Or actually, I'm at the wrong angle. I should be at that angle. Okay, 2 inches. I thought I did extend this one. 2 inches. Okay, move this one, click on it, move it this way, keep it in line at that 30/120 degree, 2 inches. Take that bottom one, move it 2 inches. Okay, and let's see, let's go ahead and move this one out 2 inches, keeping it in line. And it should give you plenty of practice at moving your lines. Okay, move it, keep it in line, 2 inches. And I actually did what I said I wasn't going to do, okay, because I don't want to do the top part of this. So I'm actually going to make a correction here and take this one back to that corner of the X. Take this one back to that corner of the X. This one, I'm going to leave it like it is and just shorten it, but I'll redraw this one down to that corner of the X. Okay, right to here and then straight up. Now this X, I know this is looking confusing. Okay, we're going to move this X 2 inches this way. Okay. I'm going to move that line back to where it belongs. Okay. And I'm going to trim some lines here. Trim, whoops, that trimmed the entire line. That one is too. Okay. I'll have to redraw those. Okay, let's get this one. Redraw that line. Redraw this line, and then this line we have to stretch one from that corner to here. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier to see when you do stagger your corner or your ends of your boards like so. It makes it just easier to comprehend and understand. So, and just, you know, stagger them like this. So go ahead and do that over here and also on the bottom. And when I finish, I'll come back and show you mine, show you what you should have. Okay, so this is the finished product. I staggered the boards over here so you can kind of make that out a little bit. Looks a little bit more 3D-ish. I also staggered the boards down here. Now stagger these up here. I don't want you to worry about staggering these boards right here. Don't worry about that at all. But still draw the boards. You just don't worry about staggering them down here at the bottom. Okay, lastly, what we want to talk about is how to annotate these in your drawings. So real simple, we're going to use the leader first. Let's go ahead and set up the size of our leader. We're not going to use 1/4, we're going to use 3/16. Okay, so leader. Okay, so what we want to do here is just put a leader and just explain what we've got here. All capital letters. Okay, so what they're going to call that little board that sticks out right there is they're going to call it a nailer. So that right there board is a nailer. It gives you a surface to nail this board onto, nail this board into that, and also a little bit of a surface for your drywall to sit on, okay, and to be screwed in. Okay, so that's a framed corner with nailer. And of course the annotation is very simple. It's just like annotating anything else. But I do want you to go ahead and just kind of practice that. Okay, and here we'll say top of wall corner. Okay, and they'll know that's how we want a specific top of wall corner to be handled. Okay, and that's pretty much it. You're done. Okay, so make sure you get that done and turned in, and I'll be expecting